on this Set It Aside Sunday, on this Seeking Sunday. We come to give all praises to the Anointed One and His anointing. As we enter into this space and place, we are excited about the broadcast today. Why don't you breathe in and release as you sit in your place, in your space, in your life. Breathe in again. Release all that toxins out of your system. Today we are going in. Won't be long on this Set Aside Sunday where you're sitting. Hopefully you are resting. You are at peace. You're in a place of tranquility and power. And you're in total authority of your life because you are co-creating with the Most High God. And you're living out of His imagination, which is unlimited. You have unlimited. The supply is greater than the demand. There is no need for you to sit there and worry and to be upset, to be stressed. You are too blessed to be stressed, and you are more than enough rather than not enough. What? That is good in the neighborhood. Well, today we're going to talk about this thing, and I want you to be honest with yourself. You don't have to worry about others, but when you are honest with yourself, are you ignorant or are you just ignoring? Let's let's talk on this side. Are you ignorant or are you just ignoring? Now, ignorant means you don't know. A lot of times we get offended, and I always say if you get offended by something somebody says to you, there's some truth in it. Ooh, if you get offended by something someone says to you, there is some truth in it. And so we get offended by people calling us ignorant. But the only thing that the word means is that you have a lack of knowing, or you do not know, or the information is not available to you. So it's nothing to get upset about if somebody says you're ignorant to something, because it just means you're not aware of it, you don't know, and you're just walking in darkness at that point. But if you are ignoring, who they are so close, they're like twins. If you are ignoring the truth, if you're ignoring yourself, if you're ignoring the things that you must have available to you, now that has nothing to do with ignorance. That's ignoring. And a lot of times we're ignoring the fact that what we're doing is not working. We're just doing it out of condition and tradition. Now that's ignoring. Now, if you don't know how to get out of that space and place, that's something different. But even if you're ignorant of something, there's always possibilities for you to become knowledgeable of the very thing that you're ignorant. You have to study to show yourself approved. You have to dig deep and find those things that you're ignorant about and get some knowledge on them. But when we start taking responsibility for ourselves and stop ignoring the signs are you keep doing the same thing over and over and getting the same results, that's ignoring. That's not ignorant, that's ignoring. Because after you've gone through things a couple of times, it's no longer a choice to be ignorant about that thing. You must become knowledgeable. Come on, we got to stop being lazy, and we got to stop depending on our outsides, because they're learning us things that do not go with our insides. And it's like oil and water trying to mix, and it doesn't mix in that way. Not from the outside in, but if you're going from the inside out, it's a whole different journey. It's a whole different trip. So as you begin to do that, you become knowledgeable of where you're going. So some signs that you're ignoring is that you've been told the same thing several times by different people who had no idea that the other one told you that. Now that's just totally ignoring that there's something that needs to be changed. Okay, so the first thing, if you're getting the same results by doing the same things, that means you're ignoring something. Second thing, if multiple people have told you the same thing and they don't know each other, then you're ignoring it. It is time out for us to stop doing that. It is time for us to stop being dependent on God and be independent in God. Dependent means you're looking for a crutch. God is not a crutch. He is one that brings you to a point where you can stand. All of this, I'm just dependent on God. You get rid of that, because that just saying there's some laziness in you. God has created us to be co-creating with him. We can't be dependent on him. We've got to become independent in him, going in and desiring the things that's going to help you stand. We got to stop getting depressed about stuff we can change. Ooh, what? We must stop getting depressed about things that we can change. We must stop having anxiety about things that have not even come. We must stay in the now, and we must begin to take responsibility for our lives. Most of our problems are based on us not taking responsibility for a decision that we made. And when we don't take a responsibility for that, then it causes us to get lost in the whole whirlwind. So we have to design a place and a space for us to move forward in a greater way within our lives. We are wasting time, making excuses, wasting time blaming others, wasting time not maturing and becoming wise in our place, in our state of being. We are wasting time. You cannot get time back. Time is not on your side. It doesn't take a long time. Time is in our command and demand as to how we handle it. Now, if you decide to let somebody else decide what time you're going to do and be and have, then you have released your information over to somebody else, and you've given them that power. And then they're going to be the one that condition you. They're going to be the one that tells you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. They're going to be the ones that provide all of this outside interference. And then you get a bad connection. You get a low energy connection. You get energy that's not working in your behalf. Come on, y'all. It's Sunday. It's just us here. It's just us. This is just between us. It's okay, but you must bring those things to the surface and stop ignoring them. And we've already displayed that ignorant and ignoring are two different things. We don't have to continue to live our lives ignorant or in an ignorant state. The power that we possess with this light that is shining within us can shine a reflection or likeness on any dark place in our lives. And as we begin to move and groove in that space, in that place of our salvation, you are so close to your salvation than you've ever been, because the light is shining on your situation. And when Jesus came, he brought the light, nothing but the light to shine on your pathway, to go forward in the things that are causing you to waver or causing you to stumble. When you got light, you can see everything that's in front of you. You can see the things that are in the present of you. When you are in darkness, you're just feeling around and you're not sure what you're going to come up on. But we've got to stop being so lack and lazy and not able or not trying to, I don't want to use trying, not doing the things we need to do or we will to do to become the people that we will to become in our life. Take responsibility. I can't say that enough, so I'm going to say it again. Take responsibility. Again, it's just us here. Nobody else. There's no audience. When you examine yourself and you find within yourself that there are some issues that you've been ignoring, they will only persist and be consistent in your life. Because if you don't design a resolution, if you don't create a resolution, if you do not prepare a resolution for those issues, they're going to continue to be that thorn in your flesh. They're always going to trip you up. They're always going to take you farther than you need to go in a difficult direction. See, we got to bring ourselves and center ourselves back to our heart And as we do that, then we receive the necessary information, education, motivation, meditation, and information, the informing of information. So as you inform yourself, there is a formation that happens with that information. Woo, that's good in the neighborhood. Probably couldn't say that again. But we honor the things that we know about. The things that we don't know about, some of us are too lazy to find out about them. And so that's a part of ignoring that you can find out about a situation. Let's stop being lazy people on this sanctified Sunday. Let's set aside some time that we can bring ourselves to a place of information so that we can form that which is in us so that it will manifest on the outside of us. We must go in so we never be without. Once we know a thing, we can unknow it. Once you know your worth, you don't have to prove yourself. Those are some of the things that I encourage myself with daily so that I don't become ignorant of some things, so that I don't ignore the things that need to be adjusting. We all have some things in us that we need to adjust. We must adjust. It is not an option. We must adjust those things that are out of order and out of whack. Now, we can see those things in other people. We good at seeing those in other people. But when it comes to the man or the woman in the mirror, looking straight into your eyes, which is the window of your resolution. And when you begin to see the things that need changing for you, just change them. Don't wait till somebody come to you and say, ooh, child, you need to change that. No, you're never going to change it because somebody else says it. You've got to see the changes. God says the thing that you see, the land that you see, you can put a blank and make that land anything concerning you. That's what I will give you. I'm going to touch and agree with you. I'm going to say yes to you. I have given you the tools that you have no need. You are prosperous, good health, and good wealth. As you begin to be conscious of all those things, you stop being ignorant and you stop ignoring. I told you I wasn't going to be here before you long because it doesn't take long to send out this message to you. Stop being ignorant because you can always find the knowledge to that thing, and stop ignoring, which means if you see something that needs to be done, then do it. It's as simple as that. Why do we have to wait for tragedy? Why do we have to wait for somebody else to say it when we've already seen it and when we already know it? And so the only thing we have to do is begin to increase and grow and begin to go out into all the things that we have been provided. There is new mercies today. There are so many mercies in this day, and you can use up every mercy that you have for this day because tomorrow you'll get some more. And so we have an opportunity in all this space to create. So what are you creating today on this Sunday? Something that is going to reflect your inner being. Do something different than you've ever done before. Allow yourself to be, just to be. I know you thought I was going to say something behind that, but allow yourself just to be happy, to be strong, to be anointed, to be powerful, to be beautiful, to be joyful. There are so many B's. We still stuck on the B word that people call us. And just because somebody call you that doesn't mean that's true. It only becomes true when you blow breath into what they call you and make it a living soul within you. So today, as we begin this satisfying Set It Up Sunday to be the best that we can be, let's move forward. Let's move forward, not looking backwards, but move forward. Every time you look backwards, it's definitely going to be a wreck happening. So let's continue to look forward. Well, it's Michelle, and I'm your motivator on this Set It Up Sunday. I'm your spiritual evolutionist. I'm going in to involute the things inside of you to make you wake up and remember what they tried to make you forget that you forgot. Well, may the love, joy, peace, power, and sound mindedness be your soul food for today. And what else I got for you? You've been created by the Creator to be creative, so start creating your creations today and stop duplicating. Be blessed on this Sunday, even if it's raining this Sunday. Have a blessed day.